Hey everyone, thanks for joining tonight. You guys should be able to hear me and see me and everything like that tonight. No audio or video issues tonight going on as far as I know. Come on now. There it goes. So, how is everyone doing? Let's see here. We got Living Free Alaska. Thank you for joining. And they're asking if I'm having a great evening so far. It's not bad. It's a beautiful day outside. I really haven't been outside. Just walked out on my porch a couple times today just to feel how cold the weather is. So that's about it. But it's definitely going very well today. Real Life Alaska, thank you for joining. And Real Life Alaska says clear and warm, 36 degrees right now. It is 21 degrees where I'm at in Willow. So a little bit colder, but not bad. Hey, Mike McKinley, thank you for joining from Canada. It's greatly appreciated to have international guests. Let's see here. Let me move this over a little bit. Hey, P&J's Homestead, thank you for joining. And Matt 1791 Garage, how are you tonight? Ward Adams, how are you? Thank you for joining. Here from Funny River. Hey, next time you see Sean or talk to Sean, tell him I said hi for me, please. Thank you very much. AK Dog Mom, how are you? The better half of the Matt 1791 Garage, I see is here. Billy Sutton, how are you? Thank you for joining. 54 degrees in Alabama. Wow, that's crazy. But then again, let's see here. I believe Monday it was in the 40s in Anchorage. So we're having a little bit of a heat wave this week and next week compared to the last few weeks. It was frigid cold everywhere. So definitely having a heat wave now. Let's see here. Hey, John in Alaska. How are you tonight? I watched your little video this morning of the sunrise and everything. Absolutely beautiful up there. And he says it's 34 degrees up there. Wow. Oh, wait, it's 21 degrees down here where I'm at. So you're quite a bit warmer than I am, John. Okay, thank you, Ward. It took me a second to realize who you were, Ward. I know you very well from Sean in Alaska's lives and everything, and talking about you on some of his videos. And then to see you in my live, it was like, I know that name, and then it took me a second to realize who you were. But thank you for joining. People are saying hi to each other. Let's see here. Ward, I am in Willow. So, north of Anchorage in the community of Willow, Alaska. And I love it up here. It's what is it? It gets a lot of snow. It's cold in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it's actually drier and sunnier than Anchorage is. So that's why I like it. Kind of best of both worlds. P&J's Homestead says it's 32 degrees in New York State and just a slight dusting of snow. And AK Dog Mom, 38 degrees and windy in PA near Pittsburgh. And Living Free Alaska, yeah, another neighbor. We are down in Houston. Okay. I've seen a couple of your videos so far. Haven't caught too many of yours. I need to get caught up and watch some more of your videos. Living Free Alaska. Mike McKinley says, I don't see my favorite two people in this live stream. And who are the two favorite people, may I ask? I have a gut feeling, but I'm not sure. Mike McKinley says, Flat Tire Alaska, I think that's it. I'm not sure about Reeve, but Crystal did send me a text earlier saying she's going to be 15 or 20 minutes late to the live. Her work's lasting a little bit longer today, so it's going to be a few minutes before she gets in here. But she will be here eventually. And Living Free Alaska says, we are a brand new channel. Thanks for watching. Well, you're welcome, and we all got to try to stick together up here, create a little community and stuff. So, what are you, Living Free Alaska, what are you trying to get out of YouTube? Are you just sharing your life with family and friends via YouTube, or are you trying to... people are saying, hi, Ward Adams, I have a friend at mile 80. Oh, okay. That's not too far up the road. Living Free Alaska says, absolutely, creator collaboration is key. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and by being here and like in my live, people are learning about your channel and things like that, so it's definitely nice to do stuff like this. And yeah, if you need a hand, let me know. I'm always willing to help if I'm free. Okay, yeah, Living Free Alaska says this is their second channel for us. We've been doing YouTube for 8 years, but stuck in the other niche of RVing. I remember seeing one or two of your videos where you talked about you used to go RVing all the time, but you decided to buy some land and settle down in one place and chose Alaska, and that your RVing stuff's going to be on your other channel, but you're going to do Alaska stuff on this channel and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. P&J's Homestead says, you have a circle, Bill. Well, thank you. Hey, Peter from Old Man King Homestead, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining. Let's see here. Yeah, Living Free Alaska says, once we moved here, YouTube never pushed our Alaska life content out beyond. What's that last word? Out beyond RVRS. I'm sure it's a typo somewhere. Oh, RVers. Out beyond RVers. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube algorithm will learn what niche you're in and will only push it out to those people. And if a video doesn't do well in that niche, then the algorithm won't push it. So if you're going to start doing another niche of sorts, then you need to basically create a new channel, or grind through a year or two of low views and losing a lot of subs and gaining a few here and there and that type of thing. So I've recently changed my channel. My channel used to be called Alaska's Last Frontier Homestead, but I changed it to just My Alaska because I wanted to do more than just homesteading stuff, so I didn't want to get stuck in that niche. And I want to do like Alaska adventure and hunting and different things like that. So that's why I changed my channel name to just My Alaska. So I don't get looped into that one niche. I want to get into basically be looped into the adventure and Alaska type content niche. Yep. People are saying hi to each other. And that's it, I guess. I'm caught back up on all the chats. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'm always open for discussing what I have going on or what you want to know about this place or anything like that. So feel free to ask. We're still covered in snow, as people in Alaska know. We still have tons of snow, but it is a nice temperature outside. Comfortable temperature to get out and do stuff, so it is nice out there. That's kind of odd. My chat quit running for some reason. Let's see. Okay, there it goes again. Let's see here. Let me get back where Mike McKinley says, Bill, it's only -2 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, where are you, Mike? I know you just said, but I can't remember. People are saying hi to each other. Hey, Dimensional Horse, thank you for joining. And Matt1791 Garage says, Bill, I don't recall what's your primary heat source. My primary heat source is it's called a Toyo fuel oil drip stove. It's very common up here in Alaska. It does take electricity, and obviously it takes basically diesel fuel, heating fuel, to run it. I do want to get just a real small little wood stove that I can have on reserve just in case the SHTF happens. Then, and if for some crazy reason diesel fuel or fuel oil goes to 10-20 bucks a gallon, some crazy thing like that, I can still heat this place with wood. I have an abundance of wood, so I'm not worried about the wood part. Let me see here. Okay, Mike McKinley, sorry about that. Ontario, Canada, that's right. Wow, you guys are quite a bit colder than we are at -2 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? About -20 or something like that? Hey, Chris Schultz, thanks for joining from Rochester, New York. And people are saying hi to each other. And yeah, raised in Alaska. Thank you for joining, Ray. And he says, I love a wood stove in a cabin. I do too. The reason I went with a Toyo in this one is because I will have running water in this cabin. And I do like to leave for the weekend, go up to my remote cabin and stuff like that. And I didn't want to have to pay someone to come over and keep a fire going or pay someone to stay here every other weekend or anything like that. So I can just leave. It'll run as long as the electric doesn't go out. It'll run. I got a couple neighbors that will let me know if electric goes out, and the one neighbor knows what to do if the electric goes out. So I'm covered that way, but that's why I went with a fuel oil heater. And for this little cabin, last year I used about 150 gallons or 142 gallons, I think it was. So it doesn't burn very much because it's such of a small cabin. So it doesn't cost that much to fill it up. And John in Alaska says, Chris Schultz, my sister lives in Birmingham, New York. Matt1791 Garage says, for sure, the old saying, when you depend on something One of everything is none. Two is one. That is true. Wait, Mike McKinley, you're saying 2 degrees Celsius? Isn't that like 34 degrees or something like that? And Ray, raised in Alaska, says it's always nice to come back to a warm cabin. Toyo stove is also a great idea. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about it. I can turn it way down, or I can just leave it go. And I usually just leave it go because the little bit of fuel I'll save while like up at my remote cabin or wherever, I'm gonna use it when I come back and have to try to heat this whole cabin up again because it's 45 degrees inside or whatever the case might be. It's gonna run nonstop for a long time. So for short trips, I don't even turn it down much. I just turn it to what I set it on at nighttime, and that's it. Real life Alaska, that's so true at Matt1791 Garage. Hey, old school Alaska, thank you for joining. I've seen you in a lot of other chats, or a lot of other lives, so thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. Ward Adams says, how long will your Toyo go? Well, you said Toyota. I think you mean Toyo go. I got a 300-gallon tank, and I used 142 gallons last year, all winter long, so it'll run all winter long on that much. So, hey, Crystal from Flat Tire Farms is here. Thank you for joining. People are saying hi to each other. Yeah, Toyo. I pretty much knew that's what you meant. Let me see here. Am I missing anyone? Oh, in temp you mean how low it'll go? I'm not really sure. It'll go down into the 40s, I think. I've never really turned it down that low. I have no reason to turn it down that low. If I need to turn it down to the mid 50s, then I'm just going to turn it off and just not run it at all. So, but I'm pretty sure it'll go down into the upper 40s at least, or something like that. But I'm not totally positive. I should give it a shot and just see what it'll go down to. People are saying hi to each other. Just looking to make sure I don't miss anyone. And yeah, I do have a second channel for those new here tonight. It's called Digging Alaska, and I'm going to be putting my excavator work and stuff on that channel. I got a few videos up there, mainly just to have some videos up there. But this summer I plan on doing a lot more excavator work. Planning on actually doing it as an income. So there'll be a lot more videos going up there this summer. Let's see here. Okay, Ward says just install one and a Toyo stove and can't get it below 50 degrees. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably 50 is probably the low point on them. I don't know why they set them like that, make them that way. He should be able to go clear down to basically freezing temperature. But I guess it is what it is, huh? People are saying hi to each other. And I'm caught back up to the bottom of the chat. And I see we got 26 people in here, so thank you all for joining. Feel free to step up and leave a comment. And feel free to ask me if you're interested in anything I have going on or anything like that. So, let's see here. And I have my phone right over here playing the chat so I can see if it starts buffering real bad or anything like that. I see it's very slightly buffering, but I got Starlink, so I think that's just the new norm nowadays. If you got Starlink, it's just going to buffer. And thank you, Ward, for reminding everyone to press the like button. And Raised in Alaska is, how is your beast doing? I'm surprised I didn't see it in your recent video where you had to remove a bunch of the snow. I did use it a little bit at that time, but I'm in the works of editing a video to post up on my Digging Alaska channel of moving the snow and stuff with the beast. So that's why I didn't put it in my my Alaska channel. So it is coming. You'll have to jump over there and see that. You will see the excavator on this channel from time to time, but it's not going to be like whole videos of it or anything. If I'm doing something that I want to do a whole video on, it's only going to be a tool that I'm using to accomplish something, not necessarily from the excavator standpoint, though. P&J's home. My neighbor across the street did call me 2 or 3 days ago and said, be careful, there's 2 moose walking up your driveway. So I went out and looked, and they walked about halfway up my driveway and just stood there, eating some branches and stuff. And after 5 or 10 minutes, I got tired of looking through the trees at them, so I just came back up here and did whatever. So I'm not sure if they actually came all rest of the way up the driveway or what, but just a couple days ago, there were 2 moose in my driveway, so. Yeah, Ward says, yeah, I think this is spring. It is warm out, but it's not spring yet. It's too early. It's still February. And Living Free Alaska says, Starlink has been a game changer for sure. It is a game changer. Unfortunately, the bad part about it, especially in Alaska, is you get buffering. Old Man King Homestead says, it's much better than last week. I've only noticed very short buffering twice tonight. Well, that's good to know, Peter. Thank you. And if you haven't seen Peter's channel, he does a lot of lives, and he does a live every week and also does some videos. So definitely go over, check him out, and check out all the channels in here. A lot of these channels, a lot of the people in here, especially the ones that have pictures on their beside their names, all have a channel, so definitely check them out. And Living Free Alaska says that Real Life Alaska, we cut the cord with MTA back in November, and so far, so good. No big outages, and even with the -30, we had no issues. Yeah. That is true. It's I didn't have any issues except for I had one big old icicle hanging from the corner of Starlink, which I don't think interfered with it at all. And yeah, no real issues. A little bit of buffering only when I'm live, and really no issues. Rarely do I get any buffering when I'm just watching a video or anything like that. And Living Free Alaska says full spring. That is true. That's what it is. Oh, Mike McKinley says I'm cutting in and out. Anyone else notice that? And Crystal posted Old Man King's Homestead's link, and I know she's posted some other links also. And Dimensional Horse says, supposed to snow tomorrow here in parts of Kansas. Oh, yeah, the lower 48's getting a cold snap and getting some snow and stuff, that's for sure. Matt 1791 Garage. fall spring maybe. No big temp drops forecasted for PA rest of February. Means we'll get dumped on in March. Yeah. But in March, it won't last very long, though. Mike McKinley says he can't even hear my name or my voice. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Does everyone hear me fine? Let's see here. Okay, Living Free Alaska says they can hear me just fine. And Crystal says sound is good. Everyone's saying they can hear me just fine. So, Mike McKinley, maybe try just refreshing the screen in the browser you're using. Sometimes that'll help. Billy Sutton says, I went to subscribe to Living Free Alaska and found out that I already am. Laugh out loud. I can't keep up. Yeah, there's a lot of good channels up here, that's for sure, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. Let me skip down through everyone saying they can hear me just fine. PNJ says, we can hear you. Sometimes you buffer. Yeah, I guess that's Starlink, unfortunately. Hey, Ace, thank you for joining. And people are saying hi to Ace. And Dimensional Horse says, Billy Sutton, I just recently subbed to Living Free Alaska and just love them. Yeah, they're pretty good. I've run into them one other time, I believe. Hey, Appalachian Farmstead, thank you for joining. Hey, all sounding good here in PA. That's awesome. And I love the Appalachia forests and wooded area and the small towns. Just absolutely love that area and definitely do miss it. I'm originally from Western PA. Flat Tire Farms. Crystal says, hey, Mike, long work week, but home sweet homestead now. Whoop. Billy Sutton says, yeah, I was thinking I need to start watching them. Oh, Matt1791 Garage says, Bill, how is the temp under your cabin? Well, during that real cold snap, when it was like overnight, it was getting down to almost negative 40 degrees. Underneath the cabin got down to 13 degrees. But since it warmed up, underneath the cabin is now 26.6 degrees under the cabin. So it's warmed up a lot. So if I get a little bit of heat down there, my pipe should never freeze. So I'm happy with the results from this winter, knowing what I need to do now. People are saying hi to each other. Appalachian Farmstead said we're south central here, 50 mile per hour winds. Wow, that's a pretty good windstorm you're having there. And Matt1791 Garage says, hey there, Appalachia Farmstead from Western PA. Mike McKinley, can't wait to see your video on Friday. I'm excited to get to see Crystal and Mr. Reeves. Ward Adams. Ward says, gotta grab some dinner. I'll see you next time. Well, have a good night, Ward, and what are you having? Let us know before you leave if you're still here. Tire Farm says at Mike McKinley, it'll be a fun one, meaning their video going to be released. And don't worry, we didn't get crushed by the ice fall. That's good to know. And Old School Alaska says, hello, John. Good to see you. Oh, Ward's having reds and rice. That's on. In Appalachian Farmstead, do you guys have a active YouTube channel where you're posting a lot of videos and stuff? Crystal says, Bill, do you have weekend plans? Sorry if I missed it already. I do have plans. Alaska is famous for a couple different races. One of them is called the Iron Dog. It's a snowmobile race from here out to Nome, and then usually over to Fairbanks, and it ends in Fairbanks. It's like 2,000 miles on snow machine, and they do it in like a few days. These guys are absolutely nuts when it comes to riding snowmobiles super fast. These things are souped up, and they just go crazy fast. So I'm going to go down, check out the start for a little while, then I think I'm going to maybe run out to the river and watch them go past on the river. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, let me get caught back up. Matt, so John in Alaska says, Old School Alaska, liking your possible bags you make. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farms is asking, what's everyone having for dinner tonight? Ward, oh, and carrots. Carrots, red salmon, and rice. Sounds delicious. And Appalachian Farmstead says, yes, we do have a channel. I'll have to definitely check your channel out. Let me write that down real quick, because I don't ever remember seeing you guys before, so. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check you guys out. Do you guys watch Homestead? They're in the central part of the state. Billy Sutton says, oh man, I love red beans and rice with some kielbasa sausage. Yum. Yeah, that's good too. And Living Free Alaska says, split piece and ham soup for us tonight. Sounds delicious. Skipping down through some of these. There's DJ's Adventures link. Old School Alaska. John, thanks. I dropped a couple new short clips. I need a new phone and laptop before I get going with longer videos. And could someone try type in the word weather, space, and then a zip code and see if the weather app is working? And Mike McKinley says, I know about Ski-Doo. I had one that did over 100. Wow, yeah, that's fast. And my friend Old School Alaska is working on getting to 50 subscribers. Let's make this happen. Yes, definitely. Let's get Old School Alaska up to over 50 subscribers. Okay, let's see here. Mike McKinley says I had salmon on barbecue. It was delicious. with veggies and potatoes. Definitely sounds good. And Dimensional Horse says at Flat Tire Farm, so glad you're getting close to having a real shower. Yeah, I can't wait till I have running water in this cabin also, because I have the exact same setup that Crystal and Reeve has right now. Flat Tire Farm says that Mike McKinley, is that the skidoo that you took for a drink? Appalachian Farmstead says hubby just found you yesterday. Oh wow, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy my stuff and my videos and stuff. So thank you very much for joining tonight. And yeah, check out my newest video. It's for my channel. It's really kicking butt, and I do a little play on why I left Pennsylvania and moved to Alaska. So if you want to know, you'll need to watch the whole video. John in Alaska says, I can hardly wait to see your longer videos at Old School Alaska. Matt 1791 Garage, still eating all the good leftovers AK Dog Mom made earlier this week before she went down with a cold. Ooh, well, AK Dog Mom, I hope you're feeling better soon, and stay warm and get some chicken soup in you. Billy Sutton says, we used to go to biker parties, and often somebody would be making a big kettle of red beans and rice. Looked like a witch's big pot over the fire. Yeah, definitely. Mike McKinley, now that was the first one in Crystal that I fell through the ice with when I was 20 years old. That was an experience, I tell you. And Dimensional Horse dropped their link, and Dimensional Horse, is that the correct weather? And Old School Alaska says, Bill, thanks for the shout out and your support. Much appreciated. Well, you're very much welcome. Crystal says, Bill's newest video is great. Well, thank you, Crystal. Matt 1791 Garage says to Appalachian Farmstead, my in-laws live in Central PA, just outside of York in Newville. Mike McKinley, I wish I was 20 again, Crystal, because I would do a lot of things different. Same here. I think we all would. I wanted to have gotten married for the first time when I was 21, and I would have stayed single for a while, but I met a beautiful woman. Well, that's good. And Dimensional Horse says the weather works. So yes, if you want to drop your weather in your area, just type the word weather, leave a space, then type in the zip code. And if you look at some of the Streamlabs, they tell you to do some other things also. They give you some instructions on different things you can do. Mike McKinley says, when I was 38 years old, she is a dream of my life. I was with her for 7 years, then she passed away from cancer. It broke my heart. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mike. And Appalachian Farmstead says at 1791 Garage, we're an hour south of State College. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you very much. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says that Mike McKinley, you were just practicing for the awesome wife to come along. Billy Sutton, Bill's new video about leaving Pennsylvania for Alaska is really good. It's a new favorite of mine, one I'll watch multiple times. Well, thank you very much, Billy Sutton. That is like the biggest compliment someone can give me. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farms just dropped a link. I'm not sure whose channel link that is, though, but dropped one. Living Free Alaska, I got to run, but nice chatting with you all. Have a great weekend. Yes, nice chatting with you, Living Free Alaska. And are you guys going to do it live here pretty soon? P&J's Homestead Adventure. Bill has over 4,000 views on his latest video. Congratulations. Yes, it was amazing to watch those views. That's the first video I ever had that went over 4,000 views in just a few days. So I'm very ecstatic. Everyone saying good night to Living Free Alaska. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, Mike McKinley, hugs, big hugs, friend. Old School Alaska says, Bill, have you been to the remote cabin lately or plans to go soon? I went up there last weekend. Last Friday night I went up. I was going to spend the whole weekend, but it seemed like my snow machine was having a little bit of a running issues. It didn't seem like it wanted to run very well, so I decided not to go out riding on Saturday. And I came back, and my one friend that doesn't live too far away, I took it over to his place, and we went over it, checked a few things out, changed the spark plugs, and did a couple things like that. And I think it's running good. I got to get it out and run it tomorrow for sure, and make sure everything's running good. And Living Free Alaska says, we might again on Saturday. Well, I hope you guys go live pretty soon, and let me know. Send me a email or something. Billy Sutton, Mike, I'm so sorry. I lost my wife a little over 2 years ago. I feel for you, brother. Well, I'm sorry to hear you lost your wife, Billy Sutton. That has to be difficult. Okay, have a good night, Living Free Alaska. And Real Life Alaska is working on getting to 100 subs, so let's try to help them out tonight. Yeah, if you guys try typing my AK or just type Alaska and see if Streamlabs drops your link automatically, please. If a couple people could just type my AK or Alaska and see what happens. And if that doesn't work, try exclamation mark my AK or exclamation mark Alaska. Billy says, you're very welcome, Bill. Thank you for making them and sharing them with us. Well, you're very much welcome. And thank you very much for watching my videos. Hey, All American Prepper. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining. Skipping down through some of these. And John in Alaska says, you just got 5 inches of snow in your area. Not sure exactly who you're talking to there, John. And Billy says, thank you, Bill. Mike McKinley says, thanks, Billy Sutton. And Dimensional Horse says, I don't always get to participate in lives, but I try. Well, thank you very much for joining this one. And I understand people have lives. Is the cabin from your homestead? Well, my remote cabin is up in Petersville. So if you know where Petersville is, then you'll know about how far. And Curmudgeon, Alaska. Hey, Rob, thank you for joining tonight. And he says, sorry, been doing stuff around the house. Totally understand it. You start doing something and lose track of time and forget who's on and all that type of stuff. And let's see here. Old School Alaska has undefined amount of subscribers. I guess that's a typo on my part. Please subscribe to Old School Alaska. So it does work. That's awesome. And there's a PJ's link also under Streamlabs. Please subscribe to my channel, P&J's Homestead Adventures. And everyone's saying hi to Rob and Sarah up at the Curmudgeon. And P&J's Homestead says, it worked, Bill. Hey, can you make sure the link works too, just to confirm the link is working? And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, at Dimensional Horse, do you have a first name I can use? Reeve is a contractor, so every time I see your screen name, I instinctively think, oh, it's a Dimensional Lumber, huh? John in Alaska says, you, Bill, up in Chapel Creek, my friend got called up there to plow. Oh, yes, they did get a little bit of snow a few days ago up in that area, up where my remote cabin is. And Crystal saying hello to the fabulous Mr. Rob and Sarah at Curmudgeon, Alaska, and there's their link, so definitely check them out. And Dimensional Horse's first name is Renice. Well, hi, Renice. And thank you, Matt1791 Garage says, we like that last video, Bill. Lots of great clips of PA up the road from us. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you probably recognized a couple of them. Hey, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. How are you doing, Brian? Thank you for joining tonight. And P&J's Homestead says, yep, the link worked. All right. So that takes a little pressure off the moderators in here. They don't have to drop links. You can drop your own link if you want. And I just read Crystal's message. I like it better when Streamlabs doesn't try to steal my job. You still can post links to channels. I won't mind. And Matt1791 Garage says, and great shots of our favorite place in Alaska. And it just jumped on me. Where was I? And John in Alaska says, just got a commercial for the first time. Yeah, it happens. Hey, Wanda Hendry, thank you for joining. Good to see you tonight. And EG Wife, hey, we can see and hear you. Yeah. Or you can see me this time. I figured out what was wrong. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Last week, I didn't have video. And I tried rebooting my computer once, and it still wasn't working. So earlier in the week, I tried rebooting it again, and it worked. I needed to reboot my computer twice. So that's crazy. And EG Wife, how's the premiere going? I wanted to watch the premiere, but I was here on my live. Enigmatic Gwitchin had a premiere on his video same time I went live tonight, so I wasn't able to watch it. I'll definitely have to check it out tonight, though. And everyone's saying hi to each other. Billy Sutton says, I see Crystal wrinkling her forehead as she hunkers down over her laptop to kick Streamlabs' butt. That's funny, yeah. Hey, Rob. I see Rob tried the weather 99676, and that's the forecast for Talkeetna. So that's pretty good. I don't think they're going to post the weather for your exact location, unfortunately. People are saying hi to each other, and there's Gary, the enigmatic Witchin. How did the live or the premiere go tonight? Everything go well tonight? Ah, good. The premiere went well. Good to hear, Gary. Well, thank you for coming over after the premiere was finished up. Oh, I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Is that a little bit better? Well, I am kind of in a tunnel of sorts. That's a little bit better. It was getting dark in here. The sun was going down right as I started this live, so. Yeah, Crystal. Crystal's going head-to-head with Streamlabs. Appalachian Farmstead. Hey, everyone, got to bounce. All have a great weekend, and thanks for the shout-outs. Well, thank you for joining tonight, and look forward to seeing some of your videos. Wanda Henry says, Bill, we got more snow than you. I just watched your video. We got 5 feet. Holy cow. Yeah, that is a lot of snow. We have about 3 feet on the ground here. Dimensional Horse says, thank you, Crystal. Still having a hard time. And Appalachian Farmstead said, looking forward to everyone's great videos. And there's a link for Enigmatic Witchin's YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. Billy Sutton says, Crystal, don't we know it? EGY. I hit the like on Facebook too. Well, thank you very much. It doesn't look like I have anyone watching on Facebook at the moment. And good night, Mike McKinley. And Wonder Henry says, we were closed down for a week. Wow. Yeah, I don't have TV, so I don't see what's really going on around the United States. If like one of my friends doesn't post something on Facebook about it, or one of the channels I watch doesn't post a video about it. P&J's Homestead Adventure. Good night, Bill. Good night. All heading out. Good to see everyone. Well, thank you for joining tonight, P&J. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says at Dimensional Horse, it's a season of bad days and a lifetime of happiness. My sweet friend, just gotta wait it out. It'll be better, I promise. Yeah, I hear you. People are saying hi and bye to each other. And Wonder Henry says, I didn't mind, Curmudge. I am always overstocked, generator full. Yeah, definitely. You always got to be prepared. And Robert the Curmudge in Alaska says, that is a good thing, Wanda Henry. And everyone's saying good night to each other. Dimensional Horse says it happened in August and it has gotten a little easier. Well, I'm glad to hear that Crystal's channel could help you get through a rough time there, Dimensional Horse. So, some adventures to go on and to make videos out of, obviously. So, I'm looking forward to that. We're getting to the time of the year when the days are longer, can actually go on some adventures, and the temperature isn't bone-chilling, freezing cold where if you have to walk out, you'll freeze to death before you walk out. So the weather is breaking, and we'll be able to get on some adventures. And Rob is asking, is it me just getting the loading spinner or others? I'm watching it on my phone right here. and I'm only getting a little spinner just for like a split second every once in a while. And my phone is just going through the cellular connection, not over my Wi-Fi or anything. So one or two other people said they were having buffering issues also, but most people in the chat is saying everything seems to be good, so must be okay for most people. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says that Dimensional Horse, 2 years, baby. In 2 years, you will be able to breathe again. Yeah, as the saying goes, time heals all wounds, but you don't have to forget about it. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Thanks for reminding me. We're having the second annual YouTube Creators Meetup on July 13th at Meadow Lakes Park. That is on the north side of Wasilla, Alaska. It is just one day. It's the Saturday. So if you're in Alaska or if you're an Alaska channel, plan on being there. All you have, we're planning on having 2 meals, like a early lunch and a early dinner. So definitely come out, say hi, send myself or Crystal a email, let us know you're on the way and how many's coming so we can kind of prepare for everyone. At Dimensional Horse, I just went back and saw about your sister. I'm so very sorry. Bless you. You'll be in my thoughts and prayers. Yes. Please put Dimensional Horse in everyone's thoughts and prayers. Wonder Henry, Bill Alaska is very pretty. I'd like to go there to see the Aurora Borealis. Yeah, it's nice to see. I've not seen the super good ones yet because usually they're come out late at night and I have to work the next morning, so I just don't feel like getting up in the middle of the night and to view them. But I've seen where the sky's been like glowing green and stuff like that, but I haven't seen the real fancy ones that are like in the ribbons and stuff like that. And Wanda Henry dropped her link, her weather in Milton Station. Conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 20 degrees. The wind is blowing from the west-northwest at 11 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 73%. That's pretty cool how that works. I love seeing that. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, at Billy Sutton, thank you for being sweet to our friend Renice. Yes. And there's a little bit of information about the second annual YouTube Creators Meetup. It's an all-day event on Saturday, July 13th in Wasilla, Alaska. Matt 1791 Garage at Wonder Henry. Pictures do not come close to the absolute beauty and vastness of Alaska. That is very true. It's so hard to capture the amazing beauty up here. And Dimensional Horse says, thank you, Crystal. And Robert the Curmudgeon says, I agree, at Matt's 1791 Garage. Billy Sutton, you're welcome, Renice and Crystal. Wanda Henry, Matt, I'm sure it would be spectacular. It is amazing. One of the reasons why I love it up here. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, if you want an opportunity to get some channel exposure at the meetup, you can donate some swag as a giveaway. Otherwise, Bill and I will get all the exposure. John gave a nice rose to Dimensional Horse. And Billy Sutton says that John in Alaska had an absolute amazing video of the morning sky this morning. Yeah, it was amazing. Nice bright red with the sun coming up and everything. It was amazing. Curmudgeon says that Flat Tire Farms, I do not have much yet, but I can donate a few coffee mugs. That'll be awesome. And John in Alaska gets a nice kiss from Dimensional Horse. And Alaska, that 1791 Garage. Oh, so it's a swag battle. Yes, definitely. It's a swag battle, Matt. And Robert the Curmudgeon says if I can get some other things done up, I will add a few more. Sounds good. Wander Henry, there's quite a few channels in Alaska. Yes, there are. I know of something like 115 channels that are active in Alaska, and that's probably maybe half of them up here. There are so many channels up here in Alaska. It's just ridiculous. And that's not counting like the business channels that just have one about their business, or realtors that just throw up videos of the houses they're selling. That's not counting any of that type of stuff. Dimensional Horror says, hope you all take lots of videos of the Alaska meetup. I just love all the footage of Alaska. Well, thank you very much, and I hope we do. I'd love to see a lot of the channels at least do little videos or shorts on the meetup this year. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, I'm giving away some homemade Homestead goods baskets. That's great. Let's see here. It doesn't look like it's working. Wander Henry, try putting the exclamation mark in front of my K. And Billy Sutton says, yes, videos of the meetup, please. And thank you for joining my live. Please hit the thumbs up, everyone. And Robert the Curmudgeon says, maybe I can convince Sarah to make a few of her wreaths. That would be awesome. Matt 1791 Garage at Flat Tire Farm. I submit, I know when I'm beat, can't compete with your cookies. That is true. Yeah, I will be too busy people wrangling to video at the meetup. Same here, probably. And Old School Alaska says, Wanda, if you're into Alaska content, my channel has several channels listed in the subscription page. I am not in Alaska yet, but I have a true passion for the state. Well, thank you very much. Matt 1791 Garage. I wonder how many tools I can fit in my carry-on. And Robert the Curmudgeon says, soon at Old School Alaska. Wander Henry, did you know, Bill, that Alaska was originally to be part of Canada? I think I heard something about that. And did you know when Russia wanted to sell Alaska, the United States was not their first option? There was another country that Russia tried to sell Alaska to, but they decided not to take it. So they went to the United States and asked the United States if they wanted to buy Alaska from them. And Billy Sutton says, cookies are Crystal's not so secret weapon. And Matt 1790 or Crystal says to Matt 1791 Garage, holy smokes, that would be so awesome. And yeah, no, Wonder Henry, exclamation mark, my Alaska. You got it backwards there. AK Dog Mom, swag be like Pokemon, gotta collect them all. Yeah. And I think I turned off the exclamation mark count, Rob. Sorry about that. I think I got it turned off. I was turning stuff on and off, and I think I left that one turned off, if I remember correctly. And Old School Alaska, or Flat Tire Farms says at Old School Alaska, are you coming? Are you going to come up for the meetup? Old School Alaska, Curmudge? My mom is afraid I will get lost and not come back. That's funny. Old School Alaska, Flat Tire Farm, I will be up in April. That's too soon. But there's some things to do in April, that's for sure. But meetup's going to be in July. Dimensional Horse, I bet they have all the tools you need at Matt 1790 on Garage. Wander Henry, I actually built, it was, whoa, it jumped, was to be part of a Canada first before US. Just one exclamation mark, Wanda, not two. And it's just my AK, or just Alaska. Real Life Alaska, Matt 1791 Garage, has all the tools we all want. They just don't make things like they used to, that is true. And Crystal at Flat Tire Farms, Dimensional Horse. Actually, Alaska is such of a new state that antique cool stuff doesn't really exist here other than trapping equipment, old logging saws, and old mining equipment. Yeah, unfortunately that is true. Matt 1791 Garage, Dimensional Horse, as long as they are rusty old tools in the world, my work is never done. Rob and Real Life Alaska are saying hi to each other. Old School Alaska, Bill, buy me a plane ticket and I'll come back up for the meetup. I wish I had the money for that. Wonder Henry, okay, I've actually studied Alaska a lot. That's pretty cool. Dimensional Horse says, old tools will work. It just takes a little longer. That is true. And Crystal says at Matt 1791 Garage does amazing work. We have two of his beautiful refinished tools. So cool. And please subscribe to my channel, Wanda Henry, and my channel is, and there's the link. Yep, you finally got it, Wanda Henry. Congratulations on that one. We've been live for 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon. In a few more minutes. I got a few things I got to do before I go to bed tonight. So definitely want to thank everyone for joining. It's been a great time. If you haven't seen my latest video, definitely go and check it out. It's really cool. It's Let's see here. And Matt Crystal says at Matt 1791 garage, buy a new cargo trailer, fill it with tools, sell the trailer when you get up here. You'll make the gas money back in profit and about 25% increase. That is true. A lot of people, when they move up here, they'll buy a big enclosed trailer, tow their stuff up, and then when they get up here, they just turn around and sell the trailer, often for more than what they paid for it. Wander Henry, Bill, YouTube unsub me. That's why I wasn't getting your notifications. I hear you. That happens, unfortunately, more times than not from what I'm hearing. So definitely go down through your subscriptions every once in a while and check to make sure you're still sub to the people you think you want to be sub to. And Brook Trout is here. Thank you for joining. Yep. I go on at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, or 5 o'clock Alaska Standard Time. So on Thursday, so mark your calendars, everyone. YouTube doesn't always send out the notifications, so put it in your phone as a reminder, whatever you got to do. So, and I definitely do appreciate everyone coming in and joining me tonight, spending an hour or so, an hour and 15 minutes with me tonight. It is very humbling that you want to spend your time with me. So thank you all very much. And any last comments, questions before I head out? I'm glad to see that the dropping the links works and also the weather thing works. So that's awesome. And Dimensional Horse says, where are you located, Wanda Henry? No, Rob, it is just my AK or just Alaska. And Brook Trout 1 says, I do enjoy chatting on these lives. And Billy Sutton, good night. And Wonder Henry is in Canada. PEI, Canada. And there's Rob's channel link. So that's cool, it's working for you, Rob. Okay, everyone. I'm going to call it a night. So have a good night, everyone.